everybody, it is me, Nicole, again. I am just trying this whole thing out all over after doing a little bit more research into trying to supplement a little bit of extra income on the side. It seems like it's consistency that pays off for everybody. So my first video, I was just sitting there talking a bunch of nonsense about what we're paying out as a typical family of five, and what I do for a living, what my husband did for a living, and everything else. So I wanted to get a little bit more in depth into what it's like as a work from home call center supervisor. Again, I started out as a customer service representative. Pay is not terrible. It's definitely well above minimum wage for most work from home customer service jobs. Of course, it depends on the company you work for. It depends on who you contract with, as well as your location. They're going to pay you based off of your location as well. I see on average with most of the agents that we hire through the company that I personally work for, pay is anywhere from $15 to $18 an hour starting out. Bilingual agents typically do make $1 or $2 more an hour than just normal agents do. So if you are bilingual, that's definitely something that these companies look for in their agents a lot more than not. And that is something that they will actually license you for. So you would actually be capable of picking up multiple bilingual contracts through that particular company. So I work in the BPO, or business preferred call center style workforce, where the company that hired me is my primary company that I work for. But we contract out to different lines of businesses where you could work for places like Toyota, answering customer service calls for their customer service base, or in the medical field, which is what I do, where my agents answer the calls for our patients and members. They can either schedule appointments, go over benefits. You could work for the pharmacy side of things. You could work for the doctors themselves. So there's a lot of different opportunities that are available through a lot of these BPO call center companies working from home. And a lot of them send most of the equipment that you need to be able to complete the job itself. So the company that I work for sends out the actual PC, keyboard, mouse, headset, one monitor. Well, this one sends 2 monitors, but most companies will send one and require you to get your second monitor because you do have to work multiple monitors. And the only thing that you require to have is a stable internet connection that you can use an Ethernet connection with. It cannot be Wi-Fi. But there are multiple companies out there that handle things a little bit different or very similar to the ones that I have. I do want to try to add some links down in the description for some of the companies that I know are currently hiring work from home customer service jobs, and then some of the places that are really good to look for these work from home based jobs are places like LinkedIn and Indeed. That's definitely been the 2 bigger hits that I've seen that have the work from home jobs available on them. I started out as a customer service representative. This is definitely a promote from within type company. And so when I first started out about 5 or 6 years ago as a customer service representative, I worked my way up into what they call a subject matter expert role within the first 9 months of me taking calls. And then I became a supervisor probably about 7 months after that. And I have been a supervisor ever since, and actually looking to try to get into an assistant operations manager role or operations manager role. So promotions are feasible. It's just dependent on how much you're willing to put in. I know one of the biggest things that one of my mentors, my boss, actually gave me advice when I was just a customer service representative that I didn't take seriously at first, is that if you treat this as a job it is going to be a job, and that's nothing more that it will become for you. But if you treat this opportunity as a career, then you will see growth and potential for yourself. And so at first, this was nothing more than a job for me. But as I started to change my mindset, because I have my associate's and my bachelor's degree in psychology, I'm looking to go get my master's degree. I'm either thinking about accounting, I'm thinking about dietitian. So I've kind of got a couple of options that I've been looking into to further my education. But as of right now, even with just the bachelor's degree in psychology that I have, I decided to make this BPO industry a career choice, and I've seen the growth ever since that I've changed my mindset into it. Starting out, I was at $14 an hour with the previous company as a customer service representative, which wasn't bad when I was able to get overtime hours. But it definitely didn't help sustain the bills and the life that we had. So after receiving my first promotion into a supervisory role and becoming salary, it definitely helped a lot more in the realm of what I needed personally. But most supervisor roles, team lead roles in the BPO industry, you'll see around a $40,000 to $45,000 annual salary. Some companies may still pay you hourly, but the one that I personally work for, I'm on salary, which works out great because I get paid holidays. If I have to take time off, like I do next week, to take my kid to the dentist for her orthodontist appointment, I don't have to worry about covering those hours or making that time up because that time's already covered for me. And then based on the business needs that we have and the amount of employees we carry, I don't typically have to work past my 8-hour shifts often. And when I do it by choice because I want to get ahead. I want to catch up on things or get ahead on things. And so that's where I choose to work the extra time. But it's a 40-hour work week. You're never mandated to work anything over that. Once you surpass the training, because they do provide you in-house training for whatever line you get assigned to, line of business you get assigned to, once you surpass that training, you then will get put into a schedule that is your set schedule. If you are lucky enough to land with a permanent line of business, one that's not going to what we call sunset, where it's only there for so many months and then it closes down for so many months before they open the contract back up. If you get put into a permanent line, then you pretty much have that set schedule that you don't have to worry about changing unless it's something you choose you want to do later on down the line. The only thing about these companies is that when you sign up for the company, they will provide you with the hours of operation for the line of business that you've been assigned to. And you have to be able to work within those hours because you do not know what schedule you're going to be given, because most of these companies go based off of a rating scale for picking your schedules, which means they're going to base it off of your attendance percentages and then your review assessments scores. And they rank you based off of your training class to whoever had the best attendance and assessment scores to the worst and least. And you get to pick your schedule based off of wherever you fall within that rank. So just wanting to get the better schedule, you have to make sure that you're top notch in your training class to ensure that you get the schedule that you want. Outside of that, there are a lot of perks and benefits. All companies that I've ever known for the BPO industry provide health, dental, and vision benefits. Plus, you can sign into the 401k and you earn PTO time. It's definitely a career choice for people who may have not found their path yet in life or may lack the education that they need to get into a career opportunity that they want. So this definitely does have a lot of benefits and perks to it. I would have to say there are some downsides to working from home. You're cooped up in your house all the time. So if you're a homebody, it's great for you. But if you're somebody that likes to get out and venture and travel and stuff, you definitely have to make you time after work hours because I can say after 5 years of working from home, being cooped up in the house constantly can get overwhelming. So I make the most of my after work hours, going to the gym, hanging out with my husband and kids, taking trips on the weekends, all of those great things. So you definitely want to make sure that you're still taking care of yourself. And you can find yourself in a rut because you work from home. You feel like setting your alarm 5 minutes before it's time to clock in is acceptable, and you're just kind of dragging through the day. I have found that when I talk to my agents and they are running into issues with trying to find that motivation for themselves, they are struggling due to not giving themselves the opportunity in the mornings to feel cared for. They're lacking their self-care. So I still highly recommend getting up early enough to get yourself a cup of coffee or an energy drink or whatever your go-to is. Meditate, yoga, however you handle your mornings. Make sure you wash your face, brush your teeth. Girls, put a little bit of makeup on and do your hair if that's what makes you feel good. There are dress codes for a lot of these companies because we do have to be on camera through training, and then you're on camera in meetings with your supervisors and other upper management level staffing. So you still want to make sure that you're appropriately dressed. And then there are rules such as not being able to be on your personal devices. If you work in the healthcare fields or some other fields, there's HIPAA laws that you have to abide by keeping everyone's information safe and secure. And then obviously your desktop and everything has to be secure when you step away. Even though it's only your family that's home with you, you still need to make sure that you're locking your computer system down to ensure that all of the information that is in your desktop is protected and stays protected. So I don't want to continue too much longer because I know these longer videos typically don't get people to see it from start to finish, but I did want to give a little bit of information on the call center, work from home, supervisory, customer service based roles. I will try to add some links here in the description below. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I am also going to try to start posting a little bit more content in regards to different jobs that you may be able to look into and stuff. So just keep a lookout for further videos from me, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.